In any Odoo manufacturing setup, production managers and work center supervisors need visibility into how the shop floor is running. And normally, that means pulling separate reports or asking someone else on the team to check. Advanced Manufacturing Dashboard app for Odoo changes that. It works as a real-time manufacturing intelligence layer on top of Odoo, bringing production order health, work center utilization, scrap and waste tracking, and material shortage alerts onto a single live screen, so anyone at any level sees exactly what they need without switching tabs or waiting on someone else. This is Advanced Manufacturing Dashboard for Odoo by Ahex Technologies. Here's how it works.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are excited to introduce the Advanced Manufacturing Dashboard for Odoo by Ahex Technology. So without further delay, let's move to the Manufacturing Dashboard. So click on Manufacturing module and now we will see that how it works. So you are able to see the overview of manufacturing dashboard. In the overview, we'll see new MO. So this represents all the draft manufacturing orders which are currently in the system. That means, let's say you have an order for 100 water pumps and you had created a new MO for these 100 water pumps, but these MO are yet to be has to be configured by production managers. So in this case, these are not confirmed, but these are created and in the draft state. So it will be visible in new MOs. So that means all the manufacturing orders that have been created but are still in the draft stage, and these orders have not yet been confirmed for productions. Now we'll talk about the confirmed MO. So in the confirmed MO, it represents all the confirmed manufacturing orders that confirmed MO approved for production but have not yet been scheduled on any work center. Let's say the production manager reviews the order for 100 water pumps and confirm it. However, machine availability is not finalized yet. The order will remain under confirmed amount. Now I will talk about in production. In this section shows manufacturing order that are currently being processed on the shop floor. Now I'll talk about the closed completely. So this represent manufacturing orders that have been successfully completed and all production activities are finished. Now if you see the backlog MOs, so this will represent those manufacturing orders whose planned date has already passed but production has not yet started. If we take an example for this, production was scheduled to begin on Monday, but the machine was unavailable due to maintenance. So in this case, the order will appear under backlog MOs. Now you'll talk about the late MO. You can see here. So late MOs are those orders that have been past their scheduled completion date but are still not completed. So if an order was expected to finish on 15 July but is still under production on 17 July, so in this case these orders would shown in late MO. Now, if you see the production quantities and performance, the first you will be able to see here that is plant quantity. So, plant quantity represent the total number of units that are scheduled for manufacturing. If you see the produced quantity, next one is the produced quantity that shows how many units have been already been successfully manufactured. Say you have a 500 motors and out of 500 motors 320 are being produced. So in this case the produced quantity will be the 320, not 500. And now you will be able to see the remaining quantity. Remaining quantity is that you have the 500 motors and out of 500 320 are produced but 180 are still remaining, so that 180 orders will be visible in remaining quantity. Now you will see on time completion percentage, and also you can say it OTC percentage. So that means it measures the percentage of manufacturing orders that were completed on or before their planned date. If we say it in the mathematical formula, so the mathematical formula for this one is that OTC percentage is equals to MO completed on time divided by total completed MO multiplied by 100. So if we take an example, suppose your company completes 50 MO this month and 45 out of them were completed before their deadline. So if you want to find out the OTC percentage, it will be like that. OTC percentage is equals to 45 divided by 50 multiplied by 100, which gives you the 90 percentage. And now we'll talk about overall OE. So it stands for overall equipment effectiveness. It measures how efficiently. Next, we'll talk about the OEE. So it stands for overall equipment effectiveness. It measures how effective machines are utilized during production by considering machine availability, production speed, and production quality. We talk about the mathematical formula. So for this mathematical formula is equals to availability into performance into quality, where availability means machine running time, performance means actual speed compared to ideal speed, quality means the percentage of defect free production. Suppose machine has availability 95%, performance 90%, and quality is 98%. Then the overall OEE will be equals to 95 multiplied by 90 multiplied by 98 percentage. That will be 83.79 percentage. Now you will see the product and operation breakdown. So in this you can see first one is planned versus actual quantity produced. That means some 100 quantity you have planned or you have scheduled for production, but out of that 100 quantity only 50 or 70 quantity has been produced on the time. So in that case your planned quantity is 100 because you have scheduled 100 quantity for production, but you have produced only 70 or 50. Then in that case your actual produced quantity will be 70. So in the graph you are able to see that planned quantity indicates, this blue color indicates the planned quantity and this green color indicates the produced quantity. Now, if we'll talk about the planned versus actual MO completion status, in this you have like scheduled some 100 orders, but only 50 or only 40 have been reached to that scheduled date, and also we can see that for 70 or for 50 orders have been produced or have been completed the schedule date. So in that case, your planned quantity is the this blue color indicates the planned quantity, but this green color indicates the ammo completion status. If the production has been done, then it will show you completed. But if the production is just confirmed, then it will show you, and has not started the production, then it will show you the view. Now, if we will talk about the planned versus actual work order completion status. So in that case, you will able to see that completed work orders, and for that the orders which are completed, all the work orders that has been completed will be visible in green, and all the work orders which are still in progress or pending, it will be visible in sky blue color. After this, we will talk about the planned versus actual operation time. That means you have planned some 60 or 70 hour for a order, but it will, when you are doing that operation, when you are performing that operation, then it will take maybe 20 hour or 30 hour or maybe 80 hour or 90 hour. Like it may be less or it may be more. So in that case, your planned time will be visible in yellow, but your actual time will be visible in green. Now, if we talk about this cumulative plan versus actual demand, this chart compares the cumulative production demand with the cumulative quantity actually produced over a selection period. It helps production manager monitors whether the manufacturing is keeping pace with customer demand. So in this pink line shows the cumulative demand while this green line shows the cumulative produced quantity. Let's say Customer demands on day 1 is 9 units and day 2 it increases to 10 units. However, the production has remains constant at 5 units in both days. So the chart clearly shows that the demand is increasing while production remains unchanged, indicates that production needs to be accelerated to meet customer requirements. Now, if we talk about the demand and produced care, this chart shows the difference between customer demand and the quantity actually produced of for each day. It helps identify production shortages. If we talk about the mathematical formula, it should be like gap is equals to plant demand minus production quantity. So, for example, on 4th August, customer demand was for 9 units, but only 5 units were produced. The production gap is 4 units. On 5th August, demand is increased to 10 units, while production remains at 9 units, resulting in a gap of 1 unit. By monitoring this chart, production manager can immediately identify shortages and take correct action to meet customer demand. If we move down, then we are able to see that production status movement. So this chart tracks the movement of manufacturing order over time by comparing confirmed manufacturing order with completed manufacturing order. So this blue bar indicates the confirmed manufacturing order while this green bar indicates the completed manufacturing order. So let's say on 4th August, two manufacturing orders were confirmed, but only one manufacturing order was completed. So this chart highlights that the manufacturing order is still pending, enabling production manager to monitor daily production program and ensure daily completions. Next, we'll talk about the work orders operation split. So this chart provides a real-time distribution of work order based on the operational status. It gives manager an instant overview of how many work orders are ready to start, currently in progress, planned, or completed. So the operational status include ready. First one is ready, work order that are ready to begin, and then in progress, work order that currently being executed, then blocked, work order that cannot continue to issue such as material shortage, machines breakdown or quality holds, and then the last one is done work order that have been successfully completed. So this is all about the overview of this manufacturing performance dashboard. Now, if we go to the work center analytics, we are able to see the work center status and OEE rack control. So in this, you will able to see the first column is for code, that is the identifier code, and then the second column is for work centers. All the work center will be visible here. Then the third column is for active work orders. That means the number of work orders which are active will be visible here. Then the production hours, the number of hours which has been consumed to produce some quantity will be visible here. Then in the blocked hours, you are able to see that how many hours are blocked during the production, and in the status you are able to see that what is the current status of the production or the manufacturing order, whether it is ideal. If the workstation is ideal as of now, then no production is going on, then it will be show ideal, and if some production is going on, it will be show some other status. Now it is OE rag, which is the percentage. So it measures how efficiently a work center is performing. The dashboard used a red, amber, green indicator to compare the actual OEE against the target OEE. So it overall gives you all the report. So this section provides a real-time overview of the performance and operational status of every work center. It displays the current workload, production hours, block time, operating status, and overall equipment effectiveness, allowing production managers to quickly identify efficient work as well as those requiring attention. So this is all about the work center analytics and OE lab control. Also, you can see the OE comparison. You can compare OE here, like what is the target and what you achieved yet now. So the target is this, and what you have achieved is will be visible here. Now we'll go to the scraps and waste analytics. If we go here, we will see the first thing is total scrap. That means all the scrap records will be visible here. The manufacturing order or the product or the quantity which you have moved from your present state to the scrap quantity will be visible here. Now you will see the draft scrap order. That means you have moved that to the scrap, but it is yet to be confirmed from the some manager. So it is not confirmed. It is in the draft stage. Will be visible in draft. Now validated. That means your manager has been validated that scrap, so it will be visible and validated. Now total scrap quantity, the total number of unit which will be removed from the production into the scrap will be visible here. It is also validated. Now you will see that scrap record, what will be the reference number, what is the product, how many quantity, and what is the source location, what is the scrap location, then which against which manufacturing order you have moved to the scrap, on which date, and what is the status of that, there is it is draft or validated. Now if we'll go to the shortages and alerts. So every product which are shorts, like which are less in number of quantity, which are not in the demand of customer, will be visible here. Like you have the and you have an order for 10 unit of drawer black. So in that case, out of 10 unit, you have only 7 units. So in that case, you have an alert that 3 unit are shortages. So you will be able to see that 3 units here. That's all about manufacturing dashboard app.
From manufacturing order creation through work center execution to final completion, your entire production cycle stays visible on one real-time Odoo dashboard with work center utilization, scrap and waste tracking, and material shortage alerts, all tracked without switching screens or chasing updates from your team. Advanced Manufacturing Dashboard for Odoo is available now on the Odoo App Store. If you've got questions or want to know more, reach out to us. Our email, contact, and website are right here on screen. Built by Ahex Technologies, search Ahex Technologies on the Odoo App Store to discover more plugins built to solve exactly what your business needs, or visit ahex.co for Odoo implementation and support services.